Hello. Good evening, everyone. Hello, hello. I'm Professor McCoy. Welcome back to the Wind Waker. Oh, hope everyone's having a good day. I have been. Um, as you may have seen, if you're on Discord or Twitter at least, um, I have today we've been going through and doing the what's it called the abolition of man. Great fish. Um, and we're partway through the book. So we started it Thursday. We're going to finish it this coming Thursday. It's one of my favorite, at least my favorite, simple philosophical texts. Sure, there are probably some more complex things that are probably better, that do more, but for the direct kind of simplicity. Oh, you'll have to forgive me. I've been up all day. Traumatic for me being up so long since this morning. Also, it means I have to have more of my coffee. I have a whole giant bucket of coffee, but it's like steaming hot. I don't know if that's coming through. It's very hot. No, not yet. Not yet. Not canon. So, no, the coffee is still absolutely piping hot, so I'm gonna have to wait on that a little bit. I have other things to drink, so it's fine. One of them even has caffeine in it. Got what's left of a cup of sweet tea I had with dinner. So, it's at least got caffeine in it. Anyway, though. You're getting close. I don't like it. Where are those gulls hovering around? Good evening, Imsip. How you doing? Anyway, like I said, I absolutely adore The Abolition of Man. It's probably my favorite book of philosophy, at least that's written at a lay level. You know, because like I said, there are probably professional works that surpass it. There's plenty, actually, not probably. There are plenty of professional works that surpass it in all sorts of ways. But at the sort of popular level, it's hard to beat. Oh, let's try for start. That's what that is. It's phenomenal. It also, I will say, it meshes in spectacularly well with a lot of what else I've been talking about. It goes well with McIntyre's After Virtue, especially the first part. The first chapter that we read, and then the next couple of subsequent chapters that I gently invited my students to read. What is the philosophy of Zelda? Okay, I will get to that in a moment. That is actually I know that's supposed to be a joke question, but there's absolute legitimacy to that, and I will talk about it, because I can absolutely talk for a while about like the philosophy of the Triforce, and I'll get to it. I will, I promise. But I'll say first, I really... It also meshes really well with some of what I'm going to be covering later. That being the Ethica to Mystica by Ralph McInerney as well. It all flows really together quite well. This syllabus just came together for me just spectacularly, with a few things that I was really familiar with already, and one thing that I became familiar with while like researching ethics teaching, that being Ethica to Mystica, and it really just fell together just very nicely. So I'm pleased with how the syllabus is put together. The other thing we did today, which was really fun, I always enjoy this part, is shaming my students for doing poorly on the logic quiz. Let's see if this guy... Mother and Child Islands, Bomb Islands. Can I give you this? Huh, that's a sea flower, is it not? In that case, would you be interested in trading that for this exotic flower? Yes. Most worthy. And my fee will be... Oh, we'll give you a huge deal on this. 25 rupees will do just fine. That's a deal. Thanks. That settles things. I'll give you your item as promised. Hold out both hands. It's so bizarre that Gorons still exist in this world. A refreshing flower that blossoms in the tropical regions of the south. Cool. I'll do that. By trading your goods for my goods, we formed a merchant's oath. As such, blah 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 blah. Windfall Island shop. Let's go back to Windfall Island shop. Anyway, so my students did not terribly on the quiz. Not much worse than usual. Actually, probably better than usual, really. My class averages are usually around mid to high 60s, and they were all above 65 this year. So I'm very slightly proud. I'm just gonna sail it. Why not? So I have time to talk. What's with that little house up there? Can I get up there? We need the hook shot. Yeah. No, I'm gonna need the hook shot for that. There's no way. I can't climb that. Anyway, I'll get the hook shot eventually. It's the item in the next temple, so that opens up a lot of side quests. Probably for next week, as it happens. Anyway, yeah. So my class averages were like 66, 69, and 74, which is higher than usual. So my classes this semester did quite well, comparatively. So good job, guys. If anyone's watching, good job. Relatively speaking, I mean not good job, because that was still like a lot of people still failed, but still relatively good job, guys. And so we went back over things and we tried to figure out what went wrong, and you know, the usual. And then excuse me, I revealed the big secret, which is that I open the quiz to retakes after everyone has goofed it. So now that a lot of them have failed now once, and, some of them have done not as well as they'd like to as well, I open it up to retakes. So everyone gets to see that no, they don't quite get it like they thought they did. And so they have to take it seriously now. They should take it seriously now. And so they can go back through and retake the damn thing and actually do decently on it, get a good score, go back through, actually learn the material, and do the quiz. I prevent brute forcing. I don't prevent it. I discourage brute forcing by doing this, by having it keep the most recent score instead of the highest score on the quiz. So if they retake it 100 times, they keep their 100th score instead of, whichever one of those was the highest. So they can't just, spam answers and hope for the best. I mean, they can, but it takes an exorbitant amount of time. So I recommend against it. Anyway, it's one of my cleverer educational tricks. What's going on? What was that? What? Oh, that was really weird. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. Okay, though. Anyway. Very strange. Anyway. So yeah, onward we go. The heck? What a treasure? Treasure? Oh, it is. Yeah, that's it. It's treasure. Huh. Okay. Oh, wait. Shoot. Hopefully. I didn't overshoot it. Yeah, good. There we go. Nice. Anyway. So to Imsimp's seemingly silly question, what is the philosophy of Zelda? I really hope I didn't pay for that treasure chart, but I probably did. Speaking of, I'm going to go and do another auction, waste a whole bunch more rupee. Another treasure chart worth 1 rupee. Okay, I'm going to do it anyway. So, there's a lot to say about the overall philosophy of The Legend of Zelda. First and foremost, that it's another one of those Eastern takes, in this case Japanese takes, on a classical Western fantasy. Particularly on the hero's journey, in various different forms, with a bit of like eternal recurring destiny, which is a more Eastern twist. Anyway, I like it very much. The other thing worth noting, though, is what would you say? If you look at the Triforce, and the 3 virtues embodied in the Triforce, it's not even virtues so much, right? Because, well, they're not all virtues, at least. Let's start this. So, the 3 parts of the Triforce are power, wisdom, and courage. Courage is definitely a virtue. It's a character virtue. Wisdom is a virtue, but as it's laid out in Zelda, as it kind of looks at it, it's more of an intellectual virtue than it is a character virtue. And then power is not a virtue. Traditionally, I don't want to draw a pennant. Traditionally, power is something like achievable through the practice of virtue, or not, right? Through the usurpation of power as well. Which is why power tends to go to Ganondorf, even though it should not necessarily, right? That the power can, of course, be a good thing if it's wielded well by someone who is wise and courageous. But that's so you might think that, well, maybe power is just aberrant because it's separated from the other two. That power needs the constraint of courage and wisdom. But not exactly. Because, I mean, that is true, but it's not like it's just the fact that the Triforce, these 3 virtues, or these 3 things are separated. It's that they're separated, and power specifically is the dangerous one. Because if you look at the 3 with... yes, there is a problem with an excess of courage, right? An excess of the virtue... an excess of the quality which courage is the virtue of, right? That's a weird way of saying that, but an excess of braveness, say, is foolhardiness, and we see that a little bit with Link. Link is a little bit foolhardy. He's a little bit diving too much into danger sometimes. So there could be maybe an excess of courage, or an excess rather than courage, if we're to be more precise, and maybe wisdom. Could lead, maybe an excess of wisdom or an undue focus on wisdom can lead to failure to commit to actions. Right? If you're not going to act, you're going to think too much rather than act, something like that. So maybe that's part of the problem with an excess of wisdom or something. But we don't see it in the same way depicted in the series as we do with the excess of power. Now, when they're united, when the three parts of the Triforce are together, there's nothing wrong with them. And that's because it's power tempered by wisdom, directed by courage. So that is there's something deeply philosophical about that. So let's see. Ah, good, he has the thing. Now what? Yes, yes, young master. Look, already my shop has a wide variety of products to choose from. It's a cornucopia. Thanks to you, young master, every morning the postman comes with packages from the traveling salesman you traded with. At last, my humble stall has the appearance of a full-fledged store. My dear, your unflagging dedication has strengthened my determination to live my life for the success of my business. Master, you are the savior of my stall. I must thank you from the very bottom of my heart. This is my most prized possession, next to my hooded coat, of course. It is none other than the Zunari family treasure. Please accept it. Magic armor. Basically, you become invincible by using magic. Who would have thought that that's what it does? I like it. It's a cool item. This is the only heirloom I brought with me when I moved here from my hometown. Well, excluding the lovely sail you purchased from me earlier, of course. It is a magical heirloom, one that calls up a mysterious power to protect your body from harm. Of course, you can use it even when you are sailing the open seas, my dear. Please, use this to protect yourself as you seek out more merchants, I beg of you. And please, be on the constant lookout for new and exciting products. Not that I have anything left to reward you with if you find any. Well then. Okie dokie. I still have one, right? Yeah, I do. Alright, I have a guide that tells me where the rest are. I'm not sure if I want to do that, or if I want to go and do the temple first. I think I might want to do the next temple first, and then do a bunch of sailing around. Maybe late this time, or maybe early next week. Yeah, next week. Let's do it next week. Yeah, let's do it. Or at least, let's do it after the temple. Let's do the temple first. Let's go get Mako. Oh, Forest Haven. Oh, that would be very far. Maybe we should warp. It's fine. We have a lot to talk about. There's a lot I wanted to talk about. Let's just sail. Wait. There we go. Now, we as Christians, or at least I as a Christian, immediately see things coming in threes. I actually think I talked about this near the end of last stream, didn't I? Or maybe not. Of looking at the three persons of the Trinity, the three roles of Christ, the three theological virtues, all of these important theological things that come in threes. Right? But not everything is the same three, or they don't necessarily map onto the three. Like, I don't think it'd be a little weird to correspond the three persons of the Trinity to the three aspects of the Triforce. You could do it. The Father, if they correspond at all, it would be the Father is power. The Son is courage. And the Spirit is wisdom. I think. But it doesn't quite match up that well. So, But I do like sort of trying to map these things onto each other, these important sets of threes. Because there's all sorts of these, and I do think that they... Oh, God. But I do think that they some of them can be mapped onto each other quite well. Like the three roles of Christ and the characters that embody them, the priest, prophet, and king. I have to wonder whether you could reasonably associate each of those roles with one of the theological virtues. Hey, Gaming Master, welcome back. Yeah, I have to wonder if you could associate each of those with one of the theological virtues. Right? Of faith, hope, and love. And I'm not sure. It's a bit of an odd question. I don't think you quite can. It would be, what, prophet, faith, priest, love, hope, king, maybe? I don't know. Because then you also have to try and associate the not just the roles of Christ, but also because these roles correspond to character archetypes as well. It has to map on more or less to your ordinary triumvirates of characters too. So, of the ones that very clearly map on like that, so you got the priest, prophet, king. You got Frodo in Lord of the Rings. You got Frodo, Gandalf, and Aragorn. It's Frodo of them most embodying love, probably. Is Aragorn embodying hope? Oh God, yes, absolutely. I wonder. Oh wow, that maps. Oh, having just said that, that maps on so well. Oh, the Go Down fight? We're gonna get to it tonight, I think. I remember it being a little bit bizarre. It felt weird being in this game, but I actually did really like it. But we should get to it tonight. So we'll see when I get there. Yeah, no, that absolutely fits. I mean, hope in terms of Estel, the Elvish. And then that leaves faith for Gandalf. Yeah, I think. Okay, so yeah, no, that fits. That fits all right. Then you have the other sort of triumvirates of three characters that fit with the three roles of Christ. Wait, before you get the Master Sword? Oh, Andros. Yeah, yes. Actually, no. I absolutely love that boss fight. That is one of my favorite boss fights. It's phenomenal, and I can't think of it as anything but Andros. I'm sorry. I mean, I know it's its own thing. I know it also resembles other Zelda boss fights. It's kind of like Bongo Bongo in a lot of ways, whatever. But it's Andros. Okay, it's Andros. What's the Wind Temple boss? The sandworm thing. I thought that was Godon. Okay. Right. What? How? Do I need ice arrows? No. I forget how to do this. Figured out. I'll say though, okay, so one of the other clear sort of character triumvirates that fits the trio of roles of Christ is the three from Star Trek, the Kirk, Spock, McCoy, which are king, prophet, and priest, respectively. McCoy is the priest character, Spock is the prophet character, and then Kirk is the king, he's the leader. So yeah, I do think that fits quite well, and I wonder if those fit with the virtues I was just saying. So it would fit with Kirk is hope. Whoa, that worked. I didn't think that would work. So Kirk is hope. Okay, I can see it. What did we say? Spock is love? That's weird. McCoy is Faith. I don't know. I don't know about those. Those two don't fit as well. How do we get down there? Can I just fall? No. Come on. Come on. Come on, Mako. Try this again. No. Okay, still no. It's weird. I don't get it. I'm gonna go in and see if the tree isn't, let's say. Excuse me. Anyway, but yeah, another aspect of the Triforce thing, the three aspects of the Triforce and what those have to say, how they interrelate to each other. It reminds me a great deal of a oh, jeez, another way of laying out this these sorts of collections of threes, but in more of an Eastern outlook. Right? And so I learned this, which is I believe primarily a Taoist concept, and I learned this. I learned about this idea when I was learning traditional kung fu, which is a highly spiritual discipline. You know, and I actually really like classical martial arts that are that have a more internal aspect like that. It's part of why I kind of dislike things like MMA. I think that they're far too externalized and far too instrumentalized. But that's another discussion. Damn it! Really? What in the world? This is ridiculous. Anyway, it's the idea that it still is a collection of these three things of courage-ish. Courage is the one that's least mentioned in this sort of set of ideas, but courage, power, and wisdom, and it aligns with the idea. Aligns with the traditional. Are you serious? With the traditional kung fu salute, which is this, right? And the hands represent power, the clenched fist with power, wisdom, standing over and tempering it, but not covering it up. And together they present courage, or heart or spirit or whatever. And it's that combination of hard and soft virtue that is just so critically important in martial arts, but just more broadly in general. And I've talked about this at some point when I was talking about Cobra Kai, which I didn't. I still. Oh, geez, I still need to see the latest season. I know it's out, but I have not yet seen it. I should go watch it like tonight, maybe tomorrow. But it reminds me a lot of that, because the two power and wisdom I think correspond quite well to the two dojos, right, or the two ways of looking at things of Johnny and Daniel, or of Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do. Or I guess, okay, now Eagle Fang and Miyagi-Do, but that's stupid, so hilarious, but dumb. But it corresponds with these two schools of thought, and as we kind of learned in the last season, and presumably how they're going to kind of pick up in this season. I mean, I don't know, maybe they won't, but I heard this was not that consistent about this season, but we'll see. I'll see. That the two coming together is how you really achieve power, or how you achieve what you want to, what you want to, how you find balance within yourself and without yourself. And that's actually something that I really liked about Cobra Kai from the beginning. That it's the series going back to Karate Kid has always been about this kind of balance of hard and soft virtue. That the original Karate Kid came out in the '80s when action movies were huge, all the rage. When a martial arts movie was about the hero being super cool and beating the living hell out of all the bad guys. Yeah, it was the '80s power fantasy, the action movie. But Karate Kid was about Daniel learning a kind of martial gentleness and being a wise fighter instead of a simply powerful one. And that is, I think, a tempering effect that had something of a tempering effect on the world at the time, the culture at the time, which was overly harsh in a lot of ways. Whereas Cobra Kai, the series, came at a time in our culture when we culturally speaking, were excessively soft. Right? All of the soft virtues were dominant. And so Cobra Kai brings out the like badassitude of Johnny and his way of doing things as the good guys. And it brings us back around. It adds a little bit of harshness to a society that is overly soft. Just like the original Karate Kid, it softened the edges of a society that was overly hard. And ultimately, I think Cobra Kai, assuming it sticks the landing, is ultimately going to be about a sort of overall a grand balance of that. So I like the idea of the concept as a series. It fits in with a lot of what we're talking about here. Of that power being wielded by the courageous, or by the wise, is produces something like courage or something like that. Everything's in the world, Link. As you can see, older and feebler. Can you tell me with the Koroks? Forest Koroks? Hollow in that hole. Makar. Somewhere here in Forest Haven. I don't know where. Outside, perhaps? Should be able to hear his music. No, I don't want another King of the Red Lions. We already got this. Okay. No. How do I get to... It's not Mako, it's Makar. I keep thinking it's Mako. To Makar. How do I get to Makar? I understand that he's outside, but like... Where? I know where. I also know where. I know everything about where stupid freaking Makar is. It's just... I can't get to him. This is a bad idea. Oh, I can't. Okay. Can I just play the song? Maybe? Okay. No. I don't get it. Can through this one? Someone's gonna have to help me. This is absurd. Why am I having so much trouble with this? I don't understand. Maybe? Probably not. I actually want a hint at this point. I give up. Thanks, Matt. Please and thank you. Or whoever. Feel free to get bits on me here. It's gonna be something really obvious. Oh, okay, thank you. I remember now. All I needed to hear was grappling hook. For some reason, all I needed to hear was grappling hook. Despite having already tried the grappling hook, I remembered now. Thank you. That jogged my memory. I'd already swung on this. Like, I should have known. I should have known. Oh, that's weird. Is it too high? Yay! Okay. No! You gotta be kidding me, right? Oh, I haven't been suffering that long. Don't worry. I've only been at this for 10 minutes, maybe. Longer than I would like. Longer than I would like. Put it that way. Anyway, evening, Matt. Thank you for the help. Appreciate it. I should have remembered this. Again. Not even like that clever of a use of my ordinary devices, you know? It's relatively standard. There we go. Yeah. Hey, Makar, what a little dude. Oh, Link, I haven't seen you in quite some time, have I? I'm surprised you were able to find me here. You weren't wondering why I'm all the way down here? I'm practicing a new song for next year's ceremony, and I need privacy. Isn't it any fun if everyone already knows in advance what song I'll play? What? You can hear my song outside? Really? I thought the sound of the waves would drown it out. Perhaps I should play a little more softly when I practice from now on. And then it continues exactly the same volume. Why, is that a conductor's baton? Link, are you a maestro? That's incredible. Are you going to conduct for me, Link? What kind of song is it? I can't wait to hear it. Please conduct. Does it go something like this? Strange. Why does it feel like I already know this song? The animation looping is so bad for Link, I'm sorry. Oh yes, I freaking love this song. This, like I said, I keep saying this, that I don't quite think that Wind Waker has the best Zelda music, but it has the best tone setting music. Has the best, like, its music does absolutely the best job out of probably any Zelda game of setting exactly the tone for every area and scene and the game as a whole. It's just so nice. So nice. Link, this secret song that you've conducted has awakened me. I know myself now. I am the sage of the Wind Temple. It is my fate to return the power to repel evil to your master's sword. And to ease the regrets of my ancestors. Oh, Link, please, you must take me with you to the Wind Temple. Okay. Shoot, where's the Wind Temple? Ah, it's up there. Sailing time! Oops. I know I could warp, but I want to talk to you guys. Whoa! I forgot. I don't have that equipped. I should. That'll work. Okay. Onward we go. Oh, gosh. Anyway. So yeah, class has been good. If you're interested in some of the stuff that I talk about, and you're not already, I do try and keep current on what my current class is in the descriptions of these videos, of these live streams, as well as posting them on Twitter and Discord and places and stuff. So if you are interested in philosophy and ethics and stuff I'm interested in, check them out. I put them up there primarily, first and foremost, for my students, but it's for you guys as well. All right, I need to blow these up a little bit. Ah! Wow, that was rude. I don't think that was necessary. But whatever. Wait. That's what I need. Alright. Anyway, yeah, we are, like I said, we're in the middle of the abolition of man as of right now. That was easy. Oh, I already got the chest here. Okay. Oh well, I got a couple of joy pendants out of it. Do. That's fine. Anyway. So yeah. It's a great book. And if you have not read it, I recommend doing so. And if you cannot find it, let me know. I have copies, let's say. That is also to say, there are... I can't link them in too public of places. But there exist illustrated audiobook versions of at least the first and the third chapters, so of the three, of The Abolition of Man. So if you've not read the thing, I can put those at least in Discord. Can't put them too public because they have to be unlisted for copyright purposes, which is really annoying, but it is what it is. I've tried very hard to smuggle them through, but it ruins the quality of the things to try and get them public, so it's not worth it. But I keep them for educational purposes, and so Gotta do what I gotta do. But then I also, of course, I have an ebook. So, and you can have it if you want it. Anyway, though, yeah, it's well worth reading and checking out. See if I can get that little treasure right there. It keeps looking at me, tempting me every time. I think I got it. Yes. All right, nice. It's a green rupee, isn't it? Or is an internal recursion treasure chart? Yeah, it's rupees. Okay, purple rupee, not bad. That's just great. What's at this fairy island? I think I got all of the fairy islands, but I want to make sure. Can I stop here with Makar on the boat? Probably. I want to try. Anyway. A couple of other fun things that have come up. Yeah, that's it. A couple of other fun things that have come up lately. On Facebook recently like an hour ago, I got into a rather silly argument with a Protestant about the All No Man Father passage. Which is, of course, very silly. Right? Oh, well, if the Bible says, call no man father, then why do Catholics call their priest father? Checkmate, Catholics, and checkmate Papists, or whatever. But no, it's very silly. It means to follow God first and foremost, of course. I think I've gone in here, right? Yeah. 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 Yeah, I have. Okay, moving on. But yeah, it's a very silly point. But somebody said something like something snarky, like, "Ah, yes, that's right. That's why I call my dad Kevin." It's like, nice. It's honestly, that'd be even funnier if if the person's dad name were like James or something. Sorry. Anyway, the point though is the person, the original poster said something like, obviously you Catholics don't understand spelling and grammar and just can't read, because there's a difference between father, capital F, and father, lowercase f, in the Bible. Okay, so if you don't know why I'm chuckling, I don't know, maybe you do. I hope you know why I'm chuckling, because I think this is funny as hell. Because I just, like, I had to be a little bit sassy in my response to this. So I just tagged her, and I just said, you know Catholics invented lowercase letters, right? Or Catholics invented uppercase letters, right? Or, no, not uppercase letters. Capitalization is the technical answer. Right? Catholics invented capitalization. Which is true. It's just true, right? Catholics invented a capitalization. It was the specific development is called Carolingian minuscule. It is a kind of script that uses both upper and lowercase letters. It is the first Western alphabet. I won't even say Latin alphabet. The first Western alphabet that makes a distinguish between uppercase and lowercase letters. And it was invented by in the court of oh shoot, Charlemagne. That's it, Charlemagne. By I believe by Franciscan monks, I think. It was originally used by Jerome in the Vulgate. So yeah, it was capitalization was invented by Catholics, and you're sitting here like, the fact that you Catholics don't understand uppercase letters, dude, ma'am, lady, Sit down. Oh, well, I mean, okay. Matt asks, let me know if your answer is you should just read the book, which you should, but you don't have to. Um, okay, let me put it this way. My expectation is for my students to have read the book. Right? They need to do the readings before class. You guys, people who watch live streams on YouTube, don't necessarily need to do the readings before class. So I'm not expecting that of anybody. So no worries. No, it's so he asks, what does Lewis define objective value as? Okay, he doesn't. So this is something that a couple of my students noticed today, and I have to admit it's a valid criticism of a lot of Lewis's work. He does not tend to give careful philosophical definitions of a lot of things. He describes things in very nice, but usually very analogical language. So when he talks about the doctrine of objective value, the closest we would get to a definition. Actually, I'll tell you what. Just hold up. Get the book. I'm pretty sure I know where he says it. Right near the beginning. Anyway, this is the edition I have. It's a pretty good one. This is the one I assign. It's not the one I have a PDF for. So if that's what you're going to ask for, then I apologize. It's not this edition. It doesn't make much of a difference though. The text is all there, so whatever. It's in the first chapter. Well, it's a little later in the first chapter than I thought it was. It is, so quoting, this is page 18 of this edition, so it's right around, it's down here, page 18. It says, quote, "It is the doctrine of objective value." Quote, so this is the best thing he gives as a definition. "The belief that certain attitudes are really true and others really false to the kind of thing the universe is and the kind of things we are." Okay, so when he's talking about objective value, what he's mostly getting at is a comportment between ourselves and our attitudes with the world. So that certain judgments we make and certain even emotional expressions of emotion that we have can be correct or incorrect, can be correctly or incorrectly aligned with the way that the world is. That's what he's getting at with this doctrine of objective value. He emphasizes very, very clearly and very repeatedly the fittingness of our responses and our evaluations of things. That's his emphasis, basically throughout this whole book. Does that help? Because again, that's the closest he gives to a definition, and that doesn't encompass all he has to say by any stretch of the imagination, and it's even a pretty vague definition. I have to admit he's open to that criticism, just because he's writing in a more conversational kind of way, rather than as a careful scholarly philosopher. He's a little sloppy with his definitions. Still, better than any continental philosopher I've ever read on that topic, but... Link. As was the case with Medley, I have no doubt that Makar too has some special role to play in these events. Discovering that role is your duty. I am certain that by cooperating, the two of you can overcome the dangers and pitfalls of this temple. Oh, cool, he didn't give me a tooltip. That's nice. Thanks for not diegetically giving me buttons to press. Oops. It's not muscle memory yet. If it ever will be. Love it. So how is that for a definition? Is that will that do? What do you think? All right, Mr. Jingles, come on. You're so much slower than Medley. Oh man, the vibe of this temple. Um. Yeah, mull it over. If this were, a lecture or whatever, I would just put the words on the screen, that sort of thing. Oh, come on. Is it just the one? Just the one. Nope. That didn't work. There we go. Okay. Missed. Missed again. What? There we go. Jesus. I have to be really precise with that. Okay, so let's go with the iron booth, which is what I need for this, I think. Oh. No, because... Nope. Is it gonna let me? No. Not far enough. Okay, no, that's not it. What's this? Hey, Makar, you want to, do something with that? Hey! What? Doesn't help me. I mean, it's cool, but it doesn't help at all. Oh, it's a chest. Okay. Thanks, Makar. Oh. Whee! I love that stupid little propeller thing. Hey, there we go. Thanks. That will do. Orange rupee, okay. Not bad. I'm gonna fill up by the time I get out of here, aren't I? Sim says the dungeon stumped him when he did his playthrough, partially because I never did it as a kid, and partially because it's one of the harder dungeons in the game. It's one of the harder dungeons in the series. It's a tough one. It's actually genuinely fairly difficult. This one's no joke. Oh. Yeah, okay. That's a very classic Zelda dungeon thingy-mabob. A little blade mabob. Ah! Excuse me. What? You got through it with almost no help from a guide. One room really had me stumped when you gave up. I gave up? Ah, oh, man. You can't just give up. I will admit, though, that when I first played this as a kid, I did get through the whole thing, but I also had the Nintendo Power Guidebook that I didn't always rely on. Like, I tried to figure it out without it, but I'm pretty sure in this temple I did actually wind up reading it and trying to and using the guide. The trees have goofy little smiles. Wait, look. I can't look first person. They have goofy little smiles. I love it. You did finish the game. You meant you gave up without doing it with the guide. Okay. All right, that's good. That's good. You didn't give up. You didn't actually give up. I didn't mean to throw him. But this is interesting. I'm not going to make that. Makar might. Oops. Okay, Matt says, I don't really understand what he means for an attitude to be true. Does it mean to align with what one's attitude should be, whatever that means? Is he using attitude in a different way than the common understanding? Attitude, he specifically is talking about our emotional reactions or our emotional responses to something. Right? That we can have the right or the wrong emotional response to something. The example I often use in class is, suppose you saw a small animal die, right? Just you know, tragically, horribly, just splatted by a car or something. Okay. Suppose you see that happen. Oh no. That's inconvenient. Oh yeah, it's the big room. Link, I'm over here! I was in the middle of a sword swing. Come on, in the middle of my backswing. Anyway. I'll see what I can do. Oh, that didn't work. Alright, whatever. In the car. Link! The stone that blocks the entrance seems extremely heavy. The only way you could move it, Link, is if you were to become heavy as the Great Decutri himself. Ah, if only the Great Decutri were here right now. I know how to do this. Can't do it yet. Don't have the items I need for it. But okay. So attitude here means something like like I said, something like emotional reaction to something. An attitude, in this sense, he's talking about a way of thinking about or feeling about something, right? So if you see a small animal like die horribly and just get splattered by a car, and then you just go, right? If your immediate response to that is to laugh at it, then you have the wrong attitude towards that event happening. Right. The appropriate attitude towards that event would be something like pity, right? Pity or sadness or worry or tragedy or whatever, something like that. Something other than comedy or entertainment. I love the boomerang. This game's boomerang is my favorite, by the way. It's way better than the Twilight Princess boomerang. I think I have to smash through that one with my iron boots. Right? That's right. Oh god! Great. Yeah. Right, Matt, exactly. Yeah, laughing is the wrong reaction. And we can say that objectively. That's not just a matter of sentiment. That's not just a matter of, that doesn't seem right to me, or I don't like that you laugh at that. No, there's something, in fact, wrong with you if you laugh when something objectively tragic happens, right? Just give me the feather. I'm just gonna run past both of these bastards. I don't feel like dealing with them again. Nope, come on! Okay, so what makes something objectively tragic? Well, not to be circular, but I'm going to be circular for a moment. It is the kind of thing which a sad reaction would be appropriate. Okay, so if you want to get into specifics, what makes something tragic? Specifically, tragedy is a particular kind of sadness, right? Not just sad generically. What makes something tragic is an undeservedness in the sorrow or the wronging, right? So something is not only bad, unfortunate, not good, but it's also no, come on. Really? I need to throw a bomb down there or something, don't I? Okay, I'm annoyed. Right, so objectively speaking, something is tragic if it is, one, sad, the bad thing. But specifically if it's the kind of bad thing that was undeserved in a fundamental way. And that's why I use the example of just a small animal dying. Right? Particularly in a sudden or otherwise unexpected sort of way. Nope, 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 nope. There we go. Okay, cool. I have killed you. That pleases me. Now, do we need to go into what makes something, like, a bad thing? Because that, I mean, that should be, like, perhaps painfully obvious. I mean, something suffering harm is our short version. Then again, there's at least potentially more to it than that, too. So. What? That was annoying. Oh, yeah. I need to jump over there to the chest, don't I? There. And now, beyond that, beyond the obvious, right? Or I guess beyond this precise definition of tragedy, right? There's also the point that you actually know the answer to that question. And here's how I know you know the answer to that question. If suppose you met someone and you were just sort of sharing you were sharing interests with each other. What do you like to do? What are some things that you enjoy? And they were to stare deadpan at you and say, "I enjoy the suffering of small animals." That's someone to run away from. And we all know and acknowledge that, right? There's not really any question about whether that is a good, well-adjusted sort of person. No, that is the kind of person to flee from quickly, immediately, in terror. That is simply a bad, maladjusted person, somebody whose attitudes are inappropriate. Oh, hello. I kind of love Wizrobes. Wizrobes in this game are so silly. They're just nuts. They're just all over the place. Man. Wee! Oh. Did I go too high? That's why. Okay. Well, it sure is a good thing I got the double magic meter. So you think on board with this? This objective measurement of tragedy? Was 2,500 my maximum rupees, or did it happen to land on? I want to find a rupee. That's a lot of magic. Oh, no, I just happened to land on it. Okay, cool. Whoops. The fact that there's a skull there is unsettling. How do we get up here? Interesting. Troubling. I seem to be stuck. Oh, there's a there's a wall there. Okay, there's a climbable wall. All right. Let's go. Okay. Oh, so, oops, the wrong freaking button again. Okay. That's why. I keep hitting the wrong button because I keep having the thing on the wrong button. Speaking of laughing at tragedies, there was, I don't know if you heard about the terrorist attack today. There was the major terrorist attack carried out by the IDF today. Now, my framing of that is perhaps controversial, but I don't quite think it should be. I'm going to go that way. Okay, I think I know how to do this. If I go over here. Needed that. Right, so it's the pager bombings thing, right? So the IDF smuggled a whole bunch of pagers into the possession of Hezbollah, which is a terrorist group, right? They're a terrorist organization as well. And basically all these pagers had little detonators in them, so they're just blowing people up. Now, that is, man, all other things equal, a relatively cool tactic, you know? Like, there is something that's just sort of innately pretty cool about blowing somebody up with an antiquated piece of technology like that. It's neat. Sort of hard to deny. Oh, I thought okay. I'm having trouble seeing. Okay, cool. Whoosh. Any more magic? No? Okay. It's also been presented in a relatively funny way, right? People are talking about, people getting their balls blown off by pagers, which, okay, all right, that's funny. But, I mean, it's funny in terms of, like, it would be funny in a movie. It's maybe not so funny that it actually happened. Right? And it's especially not so funny that it could perfectly well have happened to innocent people. Because an attack like that is, by its very nature, indiscriminate. That's the whole point of an attack like that, is that it is not specifically targeted at a particular individual. It's targeted at, whoever happens to get hold of this or that pager. Which could be really anybody. And so that is, again, once again, the textbook definition of terrorism is an indiscriminate attack, military attack. Oh, shoot, I should just hit my button. Whatever, it's fine. There's only a quarter heart, I guess. Surprising. But it's an indiscriminate military attack that is done for the purpose of inspiring fear in in the target population rather than in the targets specifically. Right. And so yeah, it was targeted at. Oh, excuse me. It was targeted at Hezbollah, who are terrorists, and again, their organization is our enemy combatants, right? Broadly speaking. And so attacking enemy combatants is, I mean, that's fine. There's nothing directly unethical about the attacking of enemy combatants in war. But when you attack enemy combatants in a way like that, which is in that way indiscriminate. I don't like this. Okay. Let's see what happens. Wow, okay, that was lucky. Do I have to move this? Yeah, I do. Okay, I get it. I don't know what those are for. I'm sure it will become apparent at some point when they attack me. Okay, what's this? Oh, come on. It's the hook shot. Either the hook shot or the compass or a key. Oh, never mind. Okay, it's the key to the boss arena. Got it. Oh, that's so nice of you. So nice of you to have done that. All right. What hearts? I have a heart. 2. Going into a mini boss with a couple hearts missing. I don't like doing that. Well, it's fine. I'll live with it. So anyway, yeah. So that's an interesting bit of news. That the latest in the Israel-Palestine conflict, and not even Palestine. It's in Lebanon that this attack took place. But the Israel conflict, let's say, the latest is an act of terrorism by the IDF, because of course it is. Honestly, not that surprising. Ah! Oh, for Christ's sake. No, I don't want him on fire. Oh, come on, really? Still got me. Okay, that one's down. That's good. The summoner is down. Ah, too late. Okay. There we go. Need that. Give me your Knight's Crest. Okay, I've killed that one. Still need to kill the Dark Nut. Oh, that was easy. I mean, that was actually a decently challenging fight. It was not that easy, but killing the Dark Nut, that was reasonably easy. Ooh, bunch of stuff. I need those hearts, though. Gimme, 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 gimme. Alright, let's see. Hookshot! What a cool invention! It is. It really is. I love it. The hookshot is one of those really iconic Zelda items that I love. I love it. I love it. Okay. Where do I need to spring sprung to? Is it just that one? And how far does this thing go? Okay, that is pretty far. It's just finicky. Wacky. Wacky Bat. Okay. Did I turn on the big fan? No, I didn't. I think I need to go over here, right? So in other horrible potential World War starting news, I mean, I'm sure a lot of us heard about the IDF thing, right? A lot of us heard about the pager bombing. Oh. It doesn't steal their stuff. That's disappointing. That's disappointing. Huh. I need to get over there, which means I need to get over there, but how do I do that? It means I need to go... Okay. There. I can swing there. That, no. Is it a grappling hook thing? No. Huh. Interesting. Leaf? Yeah, it looks like I can make it. Is this the compass? Yeah, there we go. But yeah, so like I was saying, in other potentially World War starting news, NATO, mostly acting through Great Britain, I think, if I'm not mistaken, has just supplied and authorized the use of a new weapons platform on the part of Ukraine. And this is basically, as I understand it, it is a low altitude cruise missile with a significant range and several different like tracking options. They're very digitally sophisticated. It involves terrain following. It involves on ground targeting as well as satellite targeting. Now, this is a big deal because it can apparently hit significantly farther into Russia than most existing Ukrainian missile platforms and things like that. But the more significant aspect of this, and the part why I refer to this as potentially World War triggering, is that this is a specifically NATO armament. In other words, this thing cannot be used without NATO supplied data and operation. Right, the data that is used to target these missiles, they're like Nighthawk or something equally ridiculous. Badass, ridiculous in a badass sort of way. But the data used and the telemetry used and all that used for targeting these things and the expertise can only, even in theory, come from NATO. And so what this means is if Britain and the rest of NATO are going to allow Ukraine to use these, what that essentially means is that NATO is attacking Russia. Or maybe, if Vladimir Putin is feeling particularly charitable in his interpretations of things, then NATO is directly aiding Ukraine in attacking Russia. Deep inside of Russia, too. Not like the militarized border regions or whatever. Hitting deep into Russian territory. What this effectively means is we have NATO attacking Russia. And that is explicitly how Vladimir Putin has said he would interpret this happening, that if this does happen, he will interpret it as NATO directly attacking Russia and will react accordingly. Basically, ow. The UK almost unilaterally has just drawn the US into a war with Russia. Yay. And of course, this is there's a lot of speculation, and I think there's merit to the speculation that the reason this is happening right now is so that if, just in case, say Donald Trump wins in November, and they can't fortify the election sufficiently between now and then, just in case that's true, that we will have escalated to a point where he cannot reasonably back down, and we'll be in a world war, and that's that. In a potentially world-ending, potentially nuclear conflict. So yeah, that's cool. So that's what's coming. Good luck, everyone. Oh, we're just here now. Okay. Now what? Yeah, but like, But like, now what? I know I need to go all the way down. Doesn't need to go. Yep, I need to go right there. I'll tell you what. Also, I'll put a link to a discussion and analysis of this big NATO missile thing. I'll put it in. Oh, excuse me. I'll put it in Discord. Maybe I'll put it in the description as well, but I'll definitely put it in Discord. Because it's a big deal, right? This is not something that we can just sort of chuckle at and think, you know, guess we're just, I guess we're just sort of still helping Ukraine, right? Oh. Whee! This is fascinating. When do I stop? Ah. Hey, this is silly. Wait, why can't I just... Yeah, I can do that, right? Whee! What's this? Yeah, okay. Oops. Yeah, that didn't help me. There we go. Magic. That's what I needed. Alright, now I need to go... Where? Over there? Yeah, I guess. Or across. Yeah, over here, I think. Now, those guys don't have targets on their noggins, so I can't just pull them. See what this is. Oh, great. Okay, cool. Oh. Oh. Hey! Ah, jeez. Okay, we did it. Yeah, you know, enemy volume is really a big deal in this game, isn't it? Ah, key. Good. Now what? Okay, so we go straight across. How do I get through there? I don't think there's a switch there, is there? Maybe here. I mean, I might as well take out those head things, right? Just to be thorough. There's literally nothing in that one. Okay, cool. Ooh, bunch of rupees. That's nice. Okay. Bunch of bombs. Strange, but fine. Oh, jeez. Okay. Hmm. That's not what I should be doing. I need to go over there, maybe? Hold on. I have a map. I need to... Okay, I can go north from that floor, which I can't. That's the one that rotates, and I can't get there. I can go east from here. It's not all the way down to the basement. I know that. Because I know I can't, get there. There's something to that south room, though. Something in the south room that I missed? Was that the boss chamber? The mini boss chamber? Or no, it wasn't. That was the north one. If I go east, which is that door. Wait, what door? Oh, no. Oh, no. It's that door. There's something all the way through here. Oh, that's right. I can get through there because of the hook shot. That's right. Okay, so... Oh, shoot. I've goofed. Ow. I'd like to not deal with you, thank you, please. Yeah. Thanks. I hate... What are they, floor masters? Whatever the hand things are. Really despise the bastards. What if I go west? Oh. This is what I was thinking of. Bah. Thank you, friendly tree. No magic, huh? Okay. What I need is more magic. I mean, among other things, but... Oops. No. Because I have the problem up here of all of the frickin' floor masters suddenly appearing. Or not. I guess they're not. I guess they're not just going to appear. That's nice. Thank you for not doing that, floor masters. Oh. Nice. That makes that much easier. Yeah. I need to bring the car here, don't I? Okay. Okay, so if I go through here... I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Shoot. Yeah, no, that's wrong. I'd rather not deal with you guys right now, or ever. Okay. Okay, now if I play the command melody, I think I can just fly Makar straight up here. Right? Maybe? Yeah, I can. Left the poor bastard behind. Alright, I need to go west. It will not let me into the hurricane. Okay. Yeah. Let's try this again. Maybe I need to shoot the damn thing for him. God, what is happening? Hey, Link. Boom. All right, let's go. Wait, I'm gonna go up first because I don't trust the hands not show up. Link, I think that the hookshot can hit... Thanks, Makar. I had no idea. Alright, let's go. The button tapping and the flying is probably not that necessary. Me rapidly mashing the fly button. Oh! Ah. Alright, let's see. If I just shoot one, it will attract it, right? Except I missed. Keep coming. They only go so close. Okay, that's fine. All right, Makar, let's do your part. Tree time. He's so cute. He's got a little smile. Yeah, okay. Let it too much. Okay, how about now? Nope. Oh, too far, maybe? Whatever, I'll just go up there. Alright. Excellent. Let's do this. Do this the appropriate way. I need to now escape from the big scary monster. Uh-oh. Alrighty then. They almost never drop anything worth taking either. Like a green rupee. Despise the bastards. I really don't like this. It's not even that they're like, oh, it's a really terrifying, challenging enemy. They're just deeply annoying, you know? Which, I mean, I am assuming is more or less their purpose. Because, as the case with most Zelda games, there isn't that big of a there isn't that big of a challenge with respect to like losing health right? You're not gonna, usually at least, just die from losing health. Okay, the one floor down. Mako and I need to go right there. Okay, so one floor down, east. And then all the way down, east. So, right there. I see. Let me fly him first. And then I'll work on me. Me getting there. Because I'm missing a chest down there. No! Please don't hurt me. I'm gonna wait till the tornado goes, and then it stops. I do need to go all the way down, but not yet. First I need to go down one level, right over there. There we go. Alright, Mako. Wait, what? Hold on. I have to go over. Okay, fine. Let's see what we can do. I went west. East? I thought you said west. Please don't turn on, big fan. I'm not a big fan. Ah! No! No, 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 no. Yes. Nah. Run away. Run away. Run away. Run away. Okay. Okay, I need bombs. Okay, that was fun. That was actually a good fight. Silly. But something of a challenge, not bad. Alright, moving on. Hey, Baze. Wait, oh shoot, what reference did I make? I've completely forgotten. I agree it was a good one, I just forgot which one. And there we go. Alright, I need the baton and the iron boots. Oh, baton first. Oh, Patrick Star. Okay, that's what it was. Weast. Okay. All you had to say was Weast. I just forgot what I said. It's late. Okay, listen. It's late, and this dungeon is a little bit rather challenging. And at the moment, I am a little bit rather mentally challenged. So, you know how it goes. Yes, made it. Just do that. Get wrecked. Get wrecked, scrub. All right. Sproink? Okay, here we go. I'm going to assume this is the boss key through here. But I'm not sure. I don't actually remember. Again, this is one of the more complex Zelda dungeons there is, and it's been a very long time since I've played this. It's so nostalgic, though, because of that. Like, the last time I played this game was, like, when I came home from middle school, you know? Oh, I shouldn't have brought Makar. Just go fight that guy for me. Sure. Oh, jeez. Ow. What in the world was that? There we go. Thanks for helping, Makar. Again, not that I expected much, because you are a small turnip. But, yeah. I gotta be a little bit sarcastic, right? Oh. Needed hearts. Things disappear from these gigantic orbs, like, way too fast. Hate that. Like, once you rupture them, you have, like, a second. It's more than a second. You know what I mean, though. I'm exaggerating, but it's for effect. Big key. All right, downstairs we go. Boom. Yep, boss key. I'm gonna do this tonight. By the look of things. Let me see. Yeah. Nothing else to do except go all the way down. Which means this. Boom. Is that? Oh, Chast already got it. Those blade mobs are, like I said before. Hey, it wasn't that quickly. This has been at least an hour and a half. This is at least an hour and a half's worth of dungeoneering. Oh god, I should not be underneath this. Yet. Shoot. How do I get back up? How do I get back up? Oh, is it this? Oh. Yeah. I see. Hey, Makar, come here, goof. Oh, that almost worked. Are we too far? No. There we go, nice. Now, the question is, do I need Makar for this next part? Probably do. Yeah, like I said, this has been at least like an hour and, yeah, close to an hour and a half, just with this dungeon. So that's not that quick. I mean, it's decent. Ow! My turnip. That's not nice. I shouldn't call him a turnip. Turnips are bad. Oh, are you serious? Let's try this again. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Imsep, I do, going back a little ways, I kind of missed Mr. Chats, because I was talking about something else. But, yeah, I definitely remember the alt history world building stuff you were doing. Oh, geez, this is very tight. There we go. Bum! I'll do it the stupid way. Or the way I'm supposed to do it. Okay, so it's right here. Huh. How do I do this? Oh, that's cool. I like that sort of thing. So you made a list of firearms used in the first book. So if they ever like adapt it, basically, then they actually know what to properly use. I really I like that sort of thing. So they don't just say, yeah, a rifle. Yeah, like the Halo TV show with their Resistance AK-47s. Also, every dinosaur in the book. Okay, very cool. Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, you can put that as a reference, like on a page somewhere. You can just talk about what dinosaurs there are in the book. I would honestly put that as a reference page. What the heck? Some of them don't quite exist, like East Germans using FG40. Oh, sorry, I punched my microphone. Using SG40 or FG42. World War II paratrooper rifle takes AK-47 magazine. Yeah, that's interesting. What's down here? Ah! I don't think I get it. I'm assuming it's not anything important, right? What is in this chest? When in doubt. Okay, no, I didn't think so. Oops. Is it that one? Nope. Okay, well, whatever. I guess I give up. Probably not important. It's probably rupees or a joy pendant or something. Come on, Makar. Slide on down for me. I'm assuming you have to come with me for most of this, so let's go. Oh. Okay. Do need bombs for them. Okay. The hookshot doesn't help me. Ow. Stop it. Stop moving. Get blown up. There we go. That was it, right? Thought that was it. Is there more? Guess what? Do I have to hookshot some? Have to go hookshotting? Okay. Wait. No. No, I need to use those for traversal before I pull them down. Pulling them down now would be a terrible mistake. Don't want to make terrible mistakes. If anything, I want to make fun mistakes. Okay. Maybe I don't need to use reversal, but whatever. Whatever. Not gonna pull him down yet. Missed. There it is. So I do need to use this one for traversal. There. Why is there no chest in the middle yet? Do I need to pull all the things down? I bet I do. It's gonna hurt. Ow! Oh. I see. Trying to rewrite East German. The Eastern Anthem. The ending of the third book. I'm going to do a Return of the King-style coronation, where German prince unifies the two German factions. Becomes the Kaiser, Kaiser Wilhelm III, grandson of Wilhelm II. Oh, that's very cool, actually. I like that. Alright, time to hurt myself, but let's just do it. Why not? Oh, just kidding. Nah, didn't hurt myself. Okay, Come here, dude. Come here, loser. Okay. That was easy. Joy Pedant. Okay, Joy Pedant. I know that's not what it is, but Joy Pedant reminds me of something from The Abolition of Man. The first chapter, though, what we were talking about last week, not today. There's the part of Lewis's criticism of the moral innovator, basically emotivists, is that they are pedantic. They're pedantic to a fault. And so he refers to them in various ways, but notably as the, quote, trousered ape or urban blockhead. Yay, we did it. Knocked him to his death. Yeah, it was, it's... The idea is that they're wildly pedantic, and because they're so damn pedantic, they're reductionists about everything. They reduce everything down to its most almost annoyingly simplistic way, and so what you wind up with is, to quote him, someone who cannot imagine the Atlantic as anything other than so many million tons of cold salt water. I'm gonna go east. And so Joy Pedant, one who just sucks joy out of the room by being so pedantic. That actually seems like a good way of describing the urban blockhead, so to speak. I'm gonna need bombs. You almost feel sorry for the Bokoblins. Fought in World War II for Nazi Germany, died during the invasion of France in the beginning of the war. So that's the real life history, you mean? For Wilhelm III. My plan is he didn't die, but was really sent on an expedition of no return through the portal. Once again, so much of this just screams they went to Antarctica and found the center of the Earth. You know? I know it's not directly that, but it's there's a lot of commonality there. Dear God, that was nuts. Okay. So, that didn't work at all. I need to find a way to turn that off. And, yeah, that sucks. Why are they back? I'm not a fan. I need that. Thank you. So I think this bottom floor is just a pure just failure condition. Like there's nothing down here but some resources. I don't think there's a reason to come down here. What's going up? But yeah, so I actually kind of really like that idea of alternate history for known historical figures kind of thing. You know? It's really similar to the idea in a lot of time travel stories where you can just pluck someone out of the timeline like right before they would die or when they're supposed to die or whatever. And so they will it won't affect the timeline because you're going to bring them back in time for them to actually die like they're supposed to. That kind of thing. That specific way is super morbid, but I don't like it as a mechanic for like time travel plots. I think who did that? I think Legend of Tomorrow did a bunch of that sort of thing. I don't know if a bunch of it, but it did it with a few characters. Let's see what we can do here to fly over it. Oh boy. I really hope the hand doesn't go and get him, because that would suck. You can do it, Makara. Come on. Hate this. Just fine. We'll pick up the turnip. Okay, so he's like still on the Nazi side, but disillusioned with the ideology, basically. Okay, I think I like that. I think I like that sort of thing. Okay, right. So I need the iron boots. Might need the hook shit. There, I've caught 2 of them. This is okay. So it is a So Giovanna, this is an emulated version, as you can see, of the original GameCube version. So it's as close to the original as I can play on my PC. Again, primarily just because I don't have like a capture card. I have my old GameCube version of this. I've got my old GameCube somewhere. Funny enough. Um. Oh. Oh, that was a mistake. Whee! Okay. But I don't have a capture card for it. It's a pain to stream it, especially from my desk, you know. So I've got an emulated version. Okay, so Simp says, Sim says, the idea here is to show the Nazis an unapologetically racist, uh, but outright racist. Communist Germany supports revolutionary movements. Minority revolutionary movement. Okay, wait, hold on. But they're closeted racists. They see them as inferior. They want to see. What is it? Okay. They want to see how they can support them through their own benefit. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Rather than genuinely helping them less fortunate. A lot of the book centers around fascism and communism being both bad ideologies, and Catholicism ideologies derived from it are the true answer. Love thy neighbor. Yeah, I like it. It's good. It's good thematics. Have you been following the whole controversy recently that's come up about World War II and Churchill and all that? Because I think you might be fascinated by it. Because it was Daryl Cooper from the Barter Made podcast was recently on Tucker Carlson's show, and he just basically he pointed out that Winston Churchill was in large part responsible for significantly expanding World War II when it could have been a really limited regional conflict if he had been say willing to negotiate with the Third Reich. Now I know that's kind of like heresy to the modern Western and especially American mind, but that shouldn't really matter because it's actually rather important that we're willing to learn lessons from history, and that those lessons are not just anytime any world leader does something we don't like, we should absolutely go immediately to war, which is the lesson that we generally take from World War II, that we don't want to be Neville Chamberlain, we don't want to be appeasers or whatever. Like that's a really I'm gonna save. I never do this, but it's a rather silly approach. But yeah, Daryl Cooper has been fascinating on this subject. Oh, I guess Makar can't come in the boss room with me. Okay. All right then. Shoot, I forgot what items I need for this boss fight. I know it's the hook shot. I think it's the iron boots. I'm not sure. Bow's always a good enough bet. Let's do it. Let's see how this works. Maybe it isn't the iron boots. It might be the hammer. Do I need the hammer for this? Giovanna says, I've already saved Errol, but I don't know where she is. Is there a moment in the game where I can see her in the pirate ship? I think at least once or twice more at some point. Not regularly, though. There's nowhere you can just go invisible. Have I been watching Rings of Power? Good lord, no. You'd have to pay me a lot to do that. Uh-oh. I don't like that. Ooh. That's terrifying. Ow! God, that hit hard. Okay. Oh, jeez, that hurt a lot. There we go. Oh, you got me. You feel like it's a oh, interesting. Okay, you feel like it's a relationship. Being a Lord of the Rings fan, I'm the same with Star Wars. I'm there for the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, so two things about this. One, if so, it's absolutely an abusive relationship. The hardest part of which can be stepping away. The other thing is something that I've said before. I've actually got a video on this, so you should definitely check it out. I don't know how familiar you are with the EU. I mean, given your fandom of the Empire, I assume at least somewhat familiar with the EU. Um, I have a relatively recent video on this where I look particularly at Jason Solo, um, from the Legacy of the Force series. Um, oh, you got into okay. Well, that doesn't tell me how much of it you're familiar with. Have you read the Legacy of the Force series? It's the one that takes place somewhat after um, the New Jedi Order series, after the Yuuzhan Vong War, um, came out in the mid 2000s, like really shortly after the prequels. Only a handful of comics. Okay. I one of these days I will come up with like a full reading list of my recommendations, including a reading order. Um, Maybe that'll be one of the videos I do next. Because I still have plans for, I've mentioned this before, three upcoming videos on this book. This is I, Jedi by Michael Stackpole. This is, to my mind, the best book in the EU. This is fantastic. It's so well written. It tells such a good story with such great characters. Um, it's very long. I have a ton of notes in this thing, just again for three videos worth. Um, I've got to do the videos on this soonish. Um, it's also notably, because I'm assuming you watched The Acolyte. It's This book is where Cortosis originally came from. It was written in 1999. No, this edition came out in 1999. Does that mean that when it was published? I thought it was 96. No, 98. Well, 1998. Yeah, later than I thought. I didn't read it when it first came out. Because I wasn't all that into reading lengthy novels, especially slightly, let's say, slightly horny novels, because it's it's a pulp adventure story. So there's some non-explicit, but there's some horny characters in it. But yeah, so my thoughts on this have to do with the Jason Solo part from Legacy of the Force, having to do with the sort of prophecy that he's given as a sort of enticement to fall to the dark side. And this prophecy is that he will immortalize his love. And sort of the thesis of this video that I have, I'll put it in the description after the stream's over. You can also just look through my channel and just search Star Wars, or he will, or immortalize his love, or something like that, or even just immortalize. That'll get it. Um, but it's phenomenal that it's okay. It is a very good video. I'm very proud of it. Phenomenal is maybe an exaggeration. I'm happy with it. The interesting part to me is that we can apply this to modern Star Wars. That he understands this prophecy to mean that he has to kill that or whom which he loves. In other words, immortalize, to kill and therefore freeze eternally in memory. That's the idea, which is a bizarre interpretation of this prophecy, but whatever. He's being manipulated throughout. Um, but we can take that in a sort of hopeful way. My argument is that we can, and ultimately should, immortalize our love of Star Wars. Because Star Wars is dead, right? Star Wars that we loved, that being the old stories of the EU, the old continuity, is dead. It's not coming back. We honestly, the whole give us the EU thing, I gave up on that years ago. Because honestly, I don't want them writing in the EU with the current crop of writers and the current you know modern storytelling crap. Instead, what we have is this massive collection of wonderful stories that we have loved for so long, that is still there, perfectly preserved in memory and on the page. We don't have to worry about whether the next thing will be good or not, because we know what's there, and we know that it's good. And for a lot of people, even me included, there's plenty of the EU that we have not yet read. Like, I've read almost everything post Return of the Jedi, but except for the really late stuff like the Legacy comics. Um, and a few of the other comics I haven't read, right? But most of the post Return of the Jedi EU, the stuff that follows Luke and Leia, that I've read, I think just about all of. But I haven't read a lot of the Old Republic stuff, and I haven't read too much in the sort of Fall of the Republic stuff into the Clone Wars. I've read some Clone Wars things, like the Republic Commando thing, stuff like that. But the Old Republic stuff, not very much. The late sort of Fall of the Republic stuff, not much either. So there's even plenty more for me to dive into, and I'm a huge Star Wars fan that's read tons and tons of books. I've read literally dozens of Star Wars books. So there's always more to discover, even for a lot of us who've read a ton of it. And even for those of us who have read all of it, I'm currently rereading the post Return of the Jedi EU on audiobook, and I'm loving it. In part because it brings back memories, but then also just because they're very, very good stories. So that's my recommendation. Because what we have now for Star Wars and with Rings of Power is not, it's not Star Wars, it's not Tolkien. It's like a mean-spirited parody. And I mean, if you can enjoy it that way, if you can laugh at it or make fun of it or whatever, fine. But it isn't what we once loved. Not anymore. Imson Pass, is there any good Star Wars nowadays? I've heard good things about some of the Darth Vader comics, but I haven't read them. Andor was pretty good. You hear from a lot of people that Andor was like spectacular, amazing, the best thing Star Wars has ever produced. No, it's the best thing that Disney Star Wars has ever produced by far. It is about on par with a good EU novel, but far from the best. It's on par with oh, I don't know. Maybe some of the lesser X-Wing novels, which, don't get me wrong, the X-Wing novels were that was probably the best series in the EU. But it's like middling as far as those are concerned. On the scale of the EU, of old Star Wars 0 to 10, with 0 being like the holiday special and 10 being iJedi or Empire Strikes Back. Andor's like a 6, maybe. Maybe a 7? It's above average. It's good. It's good stories. Great characters. Really cool stuff going on. But it's okay. On the major scale of all of Star Wars, it's pretty good. I will say that the characters, the old legacy characters that they did use, like Mon Mothma, they give her a lot of depth, but a sort of different kind of depth than she had in the EU. I actually really liked her character in the EU. So, yeah. I think it's more or less compatible as well. Like, there's not much in it that directly conflicts with the origins of the rebellion and things like that from the EU. So it more or less can fit in via headcanon if you want to think of it that way. The Master Sword has returned. Its blade once again houses the power to repel evil. The sword of the one true hero is revived at last. Link is squinting from the brightness. Link, I have fully restored the power to repel evil to your Master Sword. My ancestors are most satisfied. Yay. Yay. I shall continue praying to the gods here. Link, please step into the light and return above ground. You mean above water. May the winds of fortune be at your back. Whee! Zoop. Alright. That's nearly everything. Now we just need to find the rest of the Triforce, do some side questing. Then that's it. I see. So, the Forsaken Fortress is already... like a molting snake that casts off its dead skin. That place is so empty and quiet. I can almost hear the echo of dead leaves falling into the cold, cracked ground. Why, what ails you? What? Who's the long face? The monsters are gone from the world. Doesn't that make you a little happy? That means they went somewhere else. Not a fan of that. Link, I have troubling news. Ganon has not shown himself above the seas since Valu unleashed his fiery wrath upon him. And what worse, there is not a creature stirring in his base of operations in this world, the Forsaken Fortress. I cannot imagine how it is possible, and yet I cannot shake this foreboding feeling I have about the Princess Zelda. Link, you must search for all the Triforce shards, so that we can head back to Hyrule without delay. Okay. Tomorrow, though. Or next week, not tomorrow. What am I talking about? Bombs. Okay. Hey, look. Ooh. I love seeing this. I love seeing this. We have a full inventory. Look at that. Oh. Love to see it. Love to see that sort of thing in a Zelda game. It's just so satisfying. Anyway, that's all I got for tonight. It's close to midnight. I'm gonna call it a night. I do recommend Andor if you're looking for new Star Wars stuff, if you're looking for Disney Star Wars. But more than anything, I recommend the EU. You know what? Maybe I'll make that soon. That my EU recommended reading list. Maybe I'll do that. Anyway, that's a thought. Something I'm thinking about. I think it's little Star Wars. Imsum says, my sister said Makar looks like he tastes like steamed vegetables. I think he would taste terrible. I think he looks like a turnip, and turnips are gross. Anyway, that's all I got for you tonight. Thanks for joining me. I had a good time. Next time we're gonna do some more side quests and stuff before we get the rest of the Triforce shards and head down into the depths once more. Yeah, so we probably have like maybe two streams left for Wind Waker, and then we're on to Twilight Princess. Should be a good time. Anyway, thank you again. Have a wonderful evening. I will see you next week. And remember, don't be safe, be well. More importantly, be good. Good night.